All right, so are you ready to dive into some seriously energizing routines and fitness plans?
I am so ready. Let's do it.
Okay, perfect. Because we are talking all about how to revamp your routine for a healthier 2025, and we want to make sure it actually works,
Absolutely. Make it sustainable, something you can stick with.
Right, exactly. And today, we're looking at work by wellness expert Ferdy de Lima.
Oh, I like him. He's great.
Yeah, he's got this really cool article in Morningscape Mindset Media called 8 Must-Try Fitness Programs to Transform Your 2025 Routine.
Catchy title.
I know, right? And we also have a summary of that article, too, just to make sure we hit all the high points.
Perfect. So we've got like the in-depth version and the quick overview.
Exactly. And I think it's worth mentioning, de Lima has over 30 years of experience in this field.
Wow, 30 years. That's impressive.
I know, right? So he definitely knows what he's talking about. He's all about this holistic approach.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's not just about hitting the gym. It's like mind, body, the whole package.
Yeah.
It's about that lifestyle shift, making wellness a part of your everyday life.
Okay, so let's jump right into it with de Lima's energizing morning routines.
I'm all ears.
So he actually outlines 6 different routines to really kickstart your day.
Okay. 6. That's a good number. Gives you some options.
I know, right? Look, I don't want to give them all away just yet. But I'm curious, what do you think, how much of an impact can a good morning routine have on our overall fitness goals?
Oh my gosh, a huge impact. Think about it. Your morning routine really sets the tone for your entire day.
That's so true.
If you start your day like a crazy person, all stressed out, rushing around, you're probably going to carry that energy with you, and that can affect everything, like your food choices, your workouts, even how well you sleep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But if you start your day feeling grounded and energized, you're setting yourself up for success in every area of your life, including your fitness journey.
Yeah, so it's like a ripple effect.
Exactly. A good morning routine creates this positive upward spiral, and that's where these 6 routines that de Lima talks about really come into play.
Okay, so drum roll, please. De Lima's 6 energizing morning routines are a mindful meditation moment, a gratitude journaling practice, a revitalizing yoga flow, an invigorating exercise session, a nourishing breakfast ritual, and a creative expression outlet.
Wow, that is quite the list.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm kind of intrigued by that creative expression outlet.
Me too. It's so important to tap into your creativity.
Yeah, totally. What about you? Which one stands out to you?
I'd say the mindful meditation moment really speaks to me. Even just 5 minutes of focused breathing can totally change your mental state, Less stress, more clarity. It's amazing.
Yeah, especially if you're one of those people who wakes up with like a million thoughts racing through their head.
Totally. It's like hitting the reset button for your brain.
Love it. Okay, so we've got our morning sorted. Now let's talk fitness.
Dunk on the workouts.
De Lima outlines 8. Count 'em 8. Fitness programs that he thinks are must-tries for 2025.
8. Wow. Okay, I'm ready. Lay 'em on me.
All right, so we've got HIIT, yoga, strength training, Pilates, dance fitness, outdoor boot camps, martial arts, and functional training.
He wasn't kidding about covering a lot of ground.
I know, right? What do you think makes his list so effective?
Well, for starters, the sheer variety is awesome because it acknowledges that there's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to fitness.
So true.
It's like he's giving you a toolbox full of different options, encouraging people to find what speaks to them, what works best with their lifestyle and what they actually enjoy doing.
Yeah, totally. It's all about finding that thing you can stick with long term, that you actually look forward to.
Exactly. Sustainability is key.
Okay, let's break down some of these programs. First up, we've got HIIT, or high-intensity interval training. We hear a lot about it these days, but can you give us a quick rundown on what makes HIIT so unique?
Okay, so with HIIT, it's all about short bursts of intense effort. You're really pushing yourself.
Okay, got it.
And then you get these brief recovery periods. It's like a roller coaster for your workout.
So you're not going all out the whole time?
Nope. And this structure is super cool because it makes your workouts really time efficient.
Perfect for people with busy schedules.
Exactly. Plus, you get this thing called the afterburn effect, which means your body keeps torching calories even after you've finished exercising.
Wait, really? So you're still burning calories even when you're on the couch?
You got it. Maximum results in minimal time. It's a win-win.
That's amazing. So I guess that's why it's so popular.
Totally. And the best part is you can adapt HIT to any fitness level using just your body weights, or even cardio equipment. It's super versatile.
I like that. Okay, so de Lima actually includes a sample HIIT workout in his 7-day plan. Do you want to walk us through it?
Let's do it. So day 1 of the plan is all about HIT. He starts you off with a 5-minute warm-up,
Okay, easy enough.
just some light jogging to get that blood pumping.
Yeah.
Then you jump right into the intervals. First up is 20 seconds of burpees.
Burpees.
Yep. Those are intense, but effective, followed by 10 seconds of rest. And you repeat that whole shebang for 10 rounds.
10 rounds. Wow. That's a lot of burpees.
It is. But remember, you mentioned that each IAT is adaptable, right?
Right.
So if someone's just starting out, they could totally modify those burpees by stepping out instead of jumping, or even doing a squat thrust instead of the full burpee.
Okay, that makes sense. So listen to your body and don't push yourself too hard right away.
Exactly. After the burpees, you've got 30 seconds of mountain climbers, followed by 15 seconds of rest repeated for 5 rounds.
So we're working those legs and core.
You got it. And then to wrap it all up, you've got a 5-minute cool down with some stretching.
Nice. So in like 20 minutes, you've got a full body, high intensity workout.
Yeah.
No excuses about not having enough time, right?
Exactly. Plus, you've got that afterburn effect working its magic in the background.
Awesome. Okay, so let's shift gears a bit and talk about yoga. Delima has it on his list of must-try fitness programs, and I think a lot of people might be surprised by all the benefits it offers.
Yeah, yoga's often seen as this gentle practice, which it can be, but it also builds incredible strength and flexibility.
It's not just about stretching and relaxing.
Not at all. You can get a seriously challenging workout from yoga, especially as you progress to the more advanced poses. But even for beginners, it's amazing for improving your posture, reducing stress, and increasing body awareness.
So it's good for both the body and the mind.
Totally. It's all about connecting those two.
I like that. And speaking of beginners, Delima recommends a 30-minute beginner-friendly yoga flow for day 2 of his plan.
Perfect for easing into it.
I know, right? What would you say are some key things to keep in mind for someone who's completely new to yoga?
Well, first off, find a style that suits you. There are so many different types of yoga, from the more gentle hatha to the more vigorous vinyasa flows.
So do your research and see what resonates with you.
Definitely. You can start with a beginner class or follow along with an online video, and don't be afraid to modify the poses if you need to.
It's all about listening to your body, right?
Absolutely. And one more thing. Remember to focus on your breath. It's one of the most important aspects of yoga.
Okay, good tip. All right, let's move on to the next program on Delima's list, strength training. I think a lot of people, especially women, might be a little hesitant to try strength training because they don't want to bulk up. What would you say to someone who has that concern?
Oh, I hear that concern all the time, but it's a common misconception. Building a lot of muscle takes a ton of effort and a very specific type of training.
So it's not going to happen by accident.
Definitely not. Strength training for most people is about building lean muscle mass, which is actually amazing for boosting your metabolism, helping with weight management.
Okay, see, that's what I thought.
Plus, it strengthens your bones and improves your overall functional fitness.
So it's not just about aesthetics.
Exactly. It's about building a stronger, healthier foundation for your body. It's about feeling more capable and confident in your body, regardless of your age or fitness level.
And the great thing is you can do strength training with all sorts of equipment, from free weights and resistance bands to just using your own body weight.
Absolutely. You can get really creative with it. And in his 7-day plan, Delima includes a strength training day that incorporates some classic exercises like squats, push-ups, and dumbbell rows.
Oh yeah, those are good ones.
He also throws in some core work like planks and Russian twists.
Nice. A little bit of everything.
Yep. He suggests doing 3 sets of 10-12 reps for each exercise, but again, you can adjust that based on your fitness level.
And I'm guessing he emphasizes proper form, right?
Oh, absolutely. Proper form is crucial for preventing injuries and making sure you're using the right muscles.
So if you're new to strength training, it's probably a good idea to get some guidance from a trainer, right?
Definitely. They can help you nail those techniques.
Okay, great. We've covered HIIT, yoga, and strength training. Ready to tackle the next fitness program on Delima's list.
I'm ready when you're bringing on.
All right, next up is Pilates,
Oh, Pilates.
which, like yoga, emphasizes core strength, flexibility, and body awareness. But there are some key differences, right?
Yes, both practices are amazing for core strength and flexibility, but Pilates really zeroes in on controlled movements, precise form, and activating those deep, stabilizing muscles. It was actually originally developed as a rehab method.
Oh, interesting.
So it's fantastic for improving posture, alleviating back pain, and preventing future injuries.
So it's all about those small but mighty movements.
Exactly, and it's a fantastic complement to other forms of exercise like strength training or even dance.
That makes sense. Now, Delima doesn't have a specific Pilates workout in his 7-day plan, but he does recommend incorporating it into your routine.
Right. It's a great addition to any fitness regimen.
So how would you suggest someone get started with Pilates?
There are tons of awesome resources available both online and in studios. Look for beginner-friendly classes or videos that focus on the fundamentals.
Okay, good to know.
And if you have any injuries or limitations, it's always best to chat with a qualified Pilates instructor before you jump in.
Always good advice. Okay, let's keep this fitness train moving.
Choo-choo.
Next up on Delima's list is dance fitness. This one always makes me smile because it just sounds so fun.
Oh, it's a blast. And such a fantastic workout. You're moving your whole body, getting your heart rate up, and improving your coordination and rhythm, all while having a great time.
Sign me up. Delima mentioned Zumba and hip-hop dance classes, but there are so many different styles out there.
Oh, tons. You can find everything from Bollywood to ballet-inspired workouts.
It's amazing how much variety there is.
And another great thing about dance fitness is it's often done in a group setting, which adds a really fun social element to your workout.
I can see how that would be motivating.
Totally. You're surrounded by people who are there to have fun and move their bodies, and that energy is contagious.
And that sense of community could be so powerful, especially if you're someone who thrives in a group setting.
Absolutely. It makes working out feel less like a chore and more like a fun social activity. And speaking of variety and fun, Delima's next program on the list is all about pushing your limits and taking your workout outdoors. Outdoor boot camps.
Okay, now this one sounds intense. What makes outdoor boot camps so unique?
Well, they're designed to be really challenging and dynamic. You're typically doing a combo of cardio, strength training, and often some fun team challenges.
Oh, cool. So you get a little bit of everything.
Yep. And being outdoors adds a whole other dimension to it. Instead of being stuck inside a gym, you get to soak up some fresh air, sunshine, and the beauty of nature.
Yeah, that's a huge plus.
Yeah.
Fresh air always makes me feel better.
Right. It's an instant mood booster. And the changing environment keeps things interesting. One minute you might be running up hills, the next you're doing push-ups on a park bench, and then you're finishing with a team challenge that involves like carrying logs or flipping tires.
Wow, that sounds like a serious workout.
It is, but it's also a ton of fun. And in Delima's 7-day plan, he suggests either participating in a local outdoor boot camp or creating your own circuit with bodyweight exercises. So even if you don't have a boot camp near you, you can still get that same kind of high-energy workout.
Oh, I like that. So it's accessible to everyone.
Exactly. You can get really creative and use your surroundings to your advantage. Stairs, hills, trees, even playground equipment can all become part of your boot camp style workout.
Okay, we're on to the second to last fitness program on Delima's list.
Yeah.
Martial arts. This one might not be for everyone, but for those who are interested in self-defense, discipline, and a whole lot of physical challenge, it can be an incredibly rewarding choice.
Oh, absolutely. Martial arts is so much more than just learning how to fight. It's about building confidence, improving focus, and developing a deep sense of respect for yourself and for others.
And from a physical standpoint, it's an amazing full-body workout.
Absolutely. You're engaging multiple muscle groups, improving your cardiovascular fitness, and enhancing your flexibility and coordination.
Wow, that's impressive.
And as you progress, you develop incredible strength and power.
So it's a really well-rounded form of fitness.
Definitely. In Delima's 7-day plan, he recommends either attending a martial arts class or following along with an online kickboxing workout. So there are options for both people who prefer in-person instruction and those who like to work out at home.
Perfect. Something for everyone. And there's so many different styles of martial arts to explore, right?
Oh, tons. From karate and taekwondo to judo and Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Wow.
It's all about finding a style that clicks with you and your goals. And most martial arts schools offer introductory classes for beginners, so don't be intimidated to give it a try.
That's good to know. It's never too late to start something new.
Yeah, exactly. All right, are you ready for the final fitness program on Delima's list?
Hit me with it.
Okay, last but not least, we have functional training. Now, this one might sound a bit vague at first, but it's actually pretty simple. It's all about training your body to move better in everyday life.
Oh, okay. So it's about building a body that can handle the demands of daily life.
Exactly, like carrying those heavy grocery bags, playing with your kids, or even just getting up and down from a chair with ease.
Sounds pretty practical.
It is. So functional training focuses on exercises that mimic the movements we do in our daily routines, like squatting, lifting, pushing, and pulling. It's about building strength, stability, and mobility that you can actually use in the real world.
So what would you say are the advantages of this type of training? Besides the obvious, like being able to effortlessly lift those grocery bags?
Well, it helps you become stronger and more stable in the ways that matter most for your daily life. So whether you're carrying groceries, climbing stairs, or playing with your kids, functional training makes those activities easier and less prone to injury.
So giving your body a real-life upgrade.
Exactly. And functional training is incredibly adaptable. You can use all sorts of equipment like kettlebells, medicine balls, resistance bands, or even just your own body weight.
So many options.
Right. And even though DeLima doesn't include a specific functional training workout in his 7-day plan, he emphasizes the importance of incorporating these types of movements into your routine.
Can you give us some examples of exercises people could try?
Sure. Squats are a great example of a functional movement that strengthens the muscles you use to sit down and stand up.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Lunges work your legs and core, improving your balance and stability. And push-ups are fantastic for building upper body strength.
So it's about being mindful of the movements you do in your daily life and finding exercises that support those movements.
Exactly. Make your workouts work for you, not the other way around.
Love it. Okay, so we've covered a lot today. From those 6 energizing morning routines to 8 different fitness programs, clearly there's no shortage of options when it comes to creating a healthier and more energized you in 2025.
It's all about finding what works best for you and your lifestyle.
Exactly. But I know what you're thinking. It can feel a little overwhelming.
It can. It's like, where do I even begin?
Right. And that's where DeLima's concept of mindset comes in.
Oh, mindset. That's so crucial.
He's all about cultivating a positive and empowering mindset, not just when it comes to fitness, but in all areas of life.
It's about that mental game, believing in yourself and your ability to achieve your goals.
So let's dive into that a bit deeper. What exactly does he mean by mindset, and how does it relate to our fitness goals?
Well, for DeLima, mindset is all about cultivating that belief in yourself and your ability to reach your goals.
Okay, I like that.
It's about focusing on your why. Like, what are your deep down motivations for wanting to be healthier and fitter? And then using those motivations as fuel to keep you going when things get tough.
So it's about tapping into that inner drive.
Exactly. And it's also about being kind to yourself, acknowledging your progress, and not getting discouraged by setbacks. Fitness is a journey, not a destination, and there are going to be ups and downs along the way.
That's so true.
It's all about progress, not perfection.
I like that. Okay, so how can we practically apply this concept of mindset to our fitness routines?
One thing DeLima suggests is to set realistic goals. Don't try to do too much too soon.
Okay, start small.
Yes. Focus on making 1 or 2 small changes at a time that you can consistently stick to and then gradually build from there.
So it's about creating those sustainable habits.
Exactly. It's not about punishing yourself with unrealistic expectations.
I like that. What else?
Another great tip is to celebrate your successes no matter how small they seem. Did you finish a workout today? Awesome. Did you choose a healthy meal instead of ordering takeout? High five. Give yourself credit for all the effort you're putting in.
It's about acknowledging those wins.
Yes. Every little bit counts.
And it all comes back to that idea of self-compassion, which I think is so important, especially when we're making changes to our lifestyle.
Absolutely. It's about being your own cheerleader, not your own worst critic.
Love that. Well, this feels like a great place to pause for today. We've explored those 6 energizing morning routines, delved into 8 different fitness programs, and even touched on the importance of cultivating a positive mindset.
It's so cool how DeLima makes fitness feel like something you actually want to do, not this scary, overwhelming thing.
Totally. It's like he takes all the pressure off. He gets that it's not about being perfect. It's about making those changes you can actually stick with.
Exactly. Progress over perfection. Always. And the advice he gives, it's so practical and down to earth. It's like, oh, I can actually do this.
I know, right? So let's get into some of those practical tips, shall we? In part 1, we covered those 6 energizing morning routines. We went through the 8 different fitness programs, and we even touched on mindset. But now the big question, how do we actually put all this into action?
Well, one of DeLima's biggest things is start small. Don't go trying to change everything overnight. Baby steps,
Okay, start small. What does that look like?
So let's say someone's totally new to exercise. Maybe they just start with a 15-minute walk a few times a week. Nothing crazy, just get moving.
Right, just build that habit.
Exactly. Or maybe they try 1 strength training session a week. The key is to find something that feels doable, not dreadful, and then slowly build from there. Maybe go a little longer, a little more often, a little more intense as you get stronger and more confident.
So we're basically training our willpower like it's a muscle.
Exactly. We're getting better at sticking with it one step at a time. And it's important to remember, everyone's starting point is different. What's tough for one person might be a breeze for another, and that's totally fine. You do you, right?
Totally. It's about honoring your own pace. Now, what about those of us who are already pretty active but struggle with staying consistent? We go through those phases of being super motivated, hitting the gym 5 times a week, and then bam, life happens and we fall off track. Any advice for breaking that cycle?
Delima suggests taking a good look at your schedule, like really analyzing it. What are those things that trip you up? Are there certain times or days where it's just harder to fit in a workout?
That's a good point. It's about knowing your patterns, anticipating those roadblocks.
Right. Once you know what those barriers are, then you can brainstorm solutions. Maybe it means laying out your workout clothes the night before, or packing your gym bag so it's ready to go, or maybe finding a workout buddy, someone to hold you accountable.
Accountability is huge. Knowing someone's waiting for you can be so motivating.
It's true. It's like having a cheerleader in your corner, and it's also about being flexible, Life throws curveballs, things come up, and sometimes you gotta adjust.
So if you can't make it to the gym, maybe you squeeze in a quick at-home workout or go for a walk instead.
Exactly. Don't let those little hiccups sabotage your whole routine. Just find a way to move your body, even if it's not exactly what you planned.
Right, because something is always better than nothing.
Always. And Delima really stresses listening to your body, too. Some days you'll be bursting with energy, other days not so much, and that's okay. Don't push yourself to the point of burnout every single day.
So it's all about finding that balance, right, between challenging yourself and being kind to yourself.
You got it. Honor your body, respect its limits, and it'll reward you in the long run. Now, another thing Delima talks about, and we touched on this earlier, is finding a fitness program you genuinely enjoy. He's convinced that's one of the biggest secrets to sticking with it long term.
Yeah, it makes sense. If you hate your workouts, you're not going to keep doing them.
Exactly. It should be something that energizes you, something that feels fun and engaging, whether it's dancing or swimming, hiking, rock climbing, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
The point is, it shouldn't feel like a chore.
It's about rediscovering that joy of movement. Like when we were kids, everything was about play.
Exactly. And it's about giving yourself permission to try new things, experiment a little. You never know what you might fall in love with.
I love that. It's like bringing that sense of adventure into your fitness routine.
Exactly. And always remember, fitness is a journey, not a destination. It's about continuous growth, trying new things, and just enjoying the process. And celebrating their small wins along the way, right? Like finally nailing that yoga pose you've been working on, or running that extra mile without stopping. It's about acknowledging all that effort you're putting in.
Those little victories fuel your motivation, keep you going. Okay, before we wrap up part 2, I want to touch on something Delima mentions that I think can be a total game changer: creating a support system.
Oh, that's so important. Having people in your corner can make all the difference.
It really can. Having a support system can really help you stay motivated and accountable.
So who are the people we can turn to, the ones who can help us on this journey?
It could be friends, family, people you work with, even online communities. The important thing is to surround yourself with people who lift you up, support your goals, and maybe even want to join you on those workouts.
And it's not just about having cheerleaders, right? It's about having people who get it, who understand the struggles, and can offer support when you need it most. Absolutely. It's like having a safe space to share your wins, your struggles, to vent a little when things get tough. Having that community can make such a difference. It's like you're all in it together.
Yeah, it takes that feeling of isolation out of it. Okay, so we've talked about a lot in this part. Starting small, being flexible, finding activities we actually enjoy, building a support system. The big takeaway seems to be that building a sustainable fitness routine is about way more than just going to the gym.
It really is. It's about shifting your whole lifestyle, your mindset, your social connections, everything. It's about creating a life that truly nourishes you, body and soul.
Beautifully said. Well, that wraps up part 2 of our deep dive. We explored Delima's tips for making fitness a sustainable part of your life, and we talked about the importance of community and support. And we're back for the final part of our deep dive. It's been amazing exploring Ferdy Delima's approach to energizing routines and fitness programs. I'm feeling so pumped to actually put some of this stuff into practice.
Me too. He's just got such a positive and inspiring approach,
Yeah, totally. It's not just about the physical stuff. It's about mindset, self-care, the whole package.
Exactly. It's about making those changes that really stick.
Right. So we've talked about starting small, finding activities. We love building that support system.
Yeah.
And even getting some expert help if we need it.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
Yeah.
But there's one piece we haven't really dug into yet.
Yeah.
And that's Delima's whole concept of making fitness a truly integrated part of your life.
Yes, that's where it all comes together.
So what does he actually mean by that, and how do we actually do it?
Well, he believes that fitness shouldn't feel like this separate thing that we have to force ourselves to do, you know? It should be something that just flows naturally from our values and our lifestyle.
So it's not just about penciling in workouts, it's about creating a life that supports movement and well-being in every way.
Exactly. It's about finding those little opportunities to move throughout the day.
Like what?
Like taking the stairs instead of the elevator, walking, or biking to work, even just getting up and stretching every hour or so.
Oh yeah, those little things can make a big difference.
They really can. And it's about being more mindful of our energy levels and making choices that support our overall well-being.
Like getting enough sleep.
Exactly. Eating nutritious foods, managing our stress levels.
Right, because all of that impacts how we feel and how much energy we have for those workouts.
Absolutely. It's all connected. It's about creating that positive feedback loop where all these healthy choices just reinforce each other.
So it's like that ripple effect we were talking about, but in reverse.
Exactly. It's about building a lifestyle that nourishes you on every level, physically, mentally, emotionally. And, you know, Delima is a big believer in finding activities that we truly enjoy, things that feel more like play than work.
I love that.
Because when we find something that lights us up, it doesn't feel like a chore to make time for it.
It becomes something you actually look forward to.
Exactly. It energizes you, makes you feel alive.
And that's where that whole creative expression outlet that he talks about in his morning routines really comes in, right?
Yes. It's about giving ourselves permission to be creative, to do those things that bring us joy and allow us to express ourselves.
Because that can be such a stress reliever, right?
Totally. Whether it's painting, writing, dancing, playing music, whatever it is that gets those creative juices flowing, it can have a huge impact on your overall well-being.
And a happy mind is a happy body, right?
Exactly. So it all ties back to supporting those fitness goals, even in indirect ways.
It's amazing how interconnected it all is. Our physical health, our mental health, our emotional well-being, even our creativity.
Yeah.
It all plays a role in creating that balanced life that we're all striving for.
It's all about that big picture of you.
Yeah.
You know, understanding how all the different pieces fit together and making choices that support us on every level.
Love that. Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with a question. It's a big one. What does it mean to truly thrive? What does that look like for you?
Oh, wow, that is a big question. I don't think there's one right answer.
Yeah.
You know, but for me, it's about feeling alive and energized and connected to myself, to other people, and to the world around me. It's about living a life that's aligned with my values and pursuing my passions with joy and enthusiasm. And I think a big part of it is just embracing the journey with all its ups and downs, knowing that I'm constantly learning and growing.
I love that. It's about so much more than checking off those boxes or hitting those goals. It's about creating a life that feels truly meaningful and fulfilling on a deeper level.
Exactly. And Delima gives us such a great roadmap for doing just that. You know, start each day with intention. Find ways to move your body that feel good. Nourish yourself with healthy choices, and don't forget to nurture your creative spirit.
It's such a holistic approach. It's not about one thing. It's about taking care of your whole self.
It's about empowering yourself to create that life that truly supports your well-being.
Beautifully said. Well, that wraps up our deep dive into energizing routines and fitness programs. We hope you found it helpful and inspiring.
We hope you feel ready to take all this awesome information and start applying it to your own life.
Remember, start small, experiment. Be kind to yourself and never stop exploring what it means to truly thrive.
Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you next time.